You guys did mention Kodak. Things are looking a little bit better for
Right.
him. I guess at least that's good. So he was supposed to come home in October, but it looks like he'll actually be out by mid-August. And like Axe said, he would be completely off probation. Now we know Kodak has been pretty focused, like on getting his GED, et cetera, et cetera. So to Wayno's point, that all seemed to help him out. So some good news for Kodak at least.
Yeah, that's dope that he's getting out. You know, does he still have other things pending?
Yeah, well, he has a pending sexual assault case in the Carolinas, but all of his like assault or like
All that shit in Florida.
all the drug stuff in Florida, that's done. So
Right,
like he gets out. So the child endangerment stuff got thrown out.
Yeah.
Some of the weapons charges that they gave him from the Instagram video, it basically came out to say, how could you even prove from that video that it was real and it was what you guys see. So a lot of that got thrown out. So once he gets out of jail, he's pretty much good. Just deal with that other case when he deals with it. But this is a good thing and hopefully a fresh start for Kodak.
Yeah.
You know what? Like Kodak to me, every time he gets locked up, he comes out and he has like he's like a new person, but it only lasts so long.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping it's gonna last longer because this is a new start. And if I'm reading some of his posts, and I think it's him actually posting. I think when you're locked up in Broward, like you get internet time where you could actually post. And if I'm reading his post carefully, sounds like he's been saying, yeah, I needed to cut people off around me. And that's usually a symbol or a signal from artists to say, yo, I need to move differently than how I used to move. Because a lot of times you get caught up in a bunch of stuff. You're the name, but you get caught up in a bunch of stuff based on the people you hang with, right? And of course, like I was very happy that he got his GED. Now he's focusing, which by the way, he's never been a dumb kid, despite the accent. I remember I FaceTime, seriously, people used to think he's like retarded, but I FaceTime him one day and no cap, he was reading. Like he literally had like 4 or 5 books.
That's amazing.
Yeah, no,
So-
he does. He's always been talking about like that he likes to read and
Yeah, because it comes out in his music. Like he looks up to Pac, and he sees how Pac was a poet, how he put words together. You know what I mean? Like you can't. Well, I guess you could as a rapper, but if you're gonna try to be a little bit poetic, or trying to be very clever and putting words
Gotta
together,
read books.
yeah, you might still have that
got-
little Florida slur, man. But you gotta have
of my-
at least a little vocabulary.
One of my favorite lines from Kodak is when he said, "Thank you, Lord, I'm here. I couldn't imagine this." Like, I hope that he could get his shit turned around because, like you said, like he always comes home. Like it's like he goes to jail, he does a little bit, he comes home, and then like he's doing okay, and then just starts wilding. You know what I mean? It starts wilding. So I hope he could turn it around because, in terms of like the newer generation of artists, he's at the forefront. Like how many Florida artists are getting looks because of what Kodak Black did over the past 2-3 years?
Hey, I will say that Kodak Black he represents so much of Florida too, right? One thing I'll say in terms of his career, and this is why I think he got to be out for, you know what I mean? Hopefully he doesn't go back in at all, but he got to be out for a couple of years because this music career, I feel like it's kind of getting slowed up. It's only so much times you could put out an album and you're not here to promote it, and your label is just like throwing it out, you know what I mean? And just try to get a behind bars theme.
Yeah.
Because if you compare him to his peers, he was on the XXL list with Uzi, with 21 Savage,
Hell yeah.
and Yachty. And while we don't have to look at it from a sales perspective, it looks like they're advancing their careers. This is their first one, this is their second one. Uzi's about to drop again. Yachty's just dropped, and he kind of bounced back, right? 21 Savage, he's in a great position at this point, right? His last project did amazing. So you look at Kodak to say, are you keeping up, or is your constant back and forth stints to jail just kind of like stunting your growth?
You made a good, like, what I want to touch on is like what you said about like the circle and shit, because I mean, jail has definitely held Kodak Black up, like that's not even a secret. But as far as like your team and like going through this with managing artists and being around artists, a lot of the people you love, like the people that you love is gonna hurt you the first. You know, they gonna hurt you first. And the thing is that I know we come from the hood, and it's always great to make nothing into something and all of that. But at the same time, you know, you have all of these people around you that they just hit the lotto. Like being your friend is like just hitting the lotto. Like I could do what I want. I could talk to people how I want. I could do whatever. And this shit is about professionalism. Like I always tell artists, like whenever you doing a deal, you should look at that shit in terms of how you would if you was buying a house. Right? Like you got to be careful with it. This is something that you're locking yourself into for years to come. So if you have certain dudes around you and they can't get with the program, get them the fuck up out of there.
But when you're saying that to young artists, are they usually pretty receptive, or do you have to sort of learn the hard way? Something bad happens, and then you...
Unfortunately, in life, regardless to music, a lot of people got to get hurt to learn.
Right.
You know, in life, a lot of people got to get hurt to learn. But some of them are receptive. It depends on how they living. You know, it's a lot of artists that I meet that they may have like their mom or their dad in their life, but their homies is more influential to how they move and how they live. And then you got others that they've been through so much that they only just want to listen to a person who's done it. The biggest thing about it is that what do you want for yourself? Like, do you want to be hot for a year or two? Because they gonna forget about you. Like this going to jail shit, you could be in jail for a year and then everybody's gonna move on. They're gonna forget about you. And if it's gonna affect your career and your man is not listening and it's like, yo, I'm trying to, I want you here with me, I need you here with me, but you're not trying to learn, you gotta fucking go. Because if I was working at Target, I wouldn't have you fucking sitting here all day doing nothing.
Yeah.
So you gotta get the fuck up out of here. And it's hard for a lot of dudes because they care about what somebody thinks. Oh, he ain't got him with him no more. So what? The fuck is he doing anyway? Like music is a fraternity and it's like a privileged position to be in. This the only shit where you, like 50 Cent used to say, you ain't even gotta know how to spell the words that you writing and you can make $1 million off of it.
That's facts.
So with knowing that shit, get your team tight.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, I always said that Kodak was too hood for the industry. And unfortunately, this is the point where you gotta choose, yo. If you gonna be a hood nigga, you ain't gonna get no business done. You gonna fuck up a lot of money that you could have gotten legitimately by your talent.
Right.
But if you're gonna be a rapper, you're gonna have to sacrifice some of those hood nigga shit you used to do.
Hey man,
you can't move around like
Gucci, man. Gucci changed his whole
But it
fucking
took a while
life.
And it took a good woman, right?
It took a lot,
Kodak's still
lot
pretty
of hurt.
young. Yeah.
It took a lot of hurt because that meant like going to prison, all of that shit.
Lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it took a lot of hurt.
Hey Kodak, when you come home, let's start this book club. I've been wanting to. Like a rap book club, are you kidding? That would be so much fun.
That'd be crazy.
Well read?
That'd be crazy.